Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Christine, and today we are trying something new. I have seen a few videos on this, but I'm going to be trying this a different way. We are going to be making a rigatoni pie. And you've heard of the rigatoni noodles. You lay them down, you can fill them with stuff, and pasta sauce on top of it. Super simple, but guess what? We are going to turn them up on end and make a pie out of them. So I just thought I'd show you the different steps, and we're gonna give it a try together. So come on with. So right now I am double tasking here. I'm getting my water warmed up for the noodles, and then I'm browning the ground beef. And then what we'll be doing is we'll be adding the garlic and a few little spices to this, and then actually adding the pasta sauce as well. So that's what I'm doing. So I'll bring you back when anything else is happening. But for right now, I'm just gonna be waiting until the noodles are done. And once this is cooked all the way through, and we'll be warming it up, and then that's when the fun starts. Okay, the water's just about to start boiling, and we'll be getting in our box of noodles. So meanwhile, as soon as I put the noodles in, I'm gonna turn the oven on. But right now, I'm going to add the ingredients, which is some garlic, of course. And then some recipes just call for tomatoes, but I'm actually going to put in pasta sauce. It's a little bit thicker. Get that worked in. I had some from a previous dinner. And then I'm just going to add my salt and pepper as well. Just trying to keep it simple, and here is when you can, add what you want. But this is just my Celtic salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon, and a few grinds of pepper. And then I just figured that the pasta sauce would have quite a bit more of the seasonings as well. So we're just going to empty that in. And this is 1 pound of ground beef, just enough to kind of make sure that it's nice and thick. I'm going to let it sit until the noodles are done. So here we go, we're in full boil. Turning this off, bake on, and we're going to go up to 400. There we go. And now I'm going to add the noodles. And then I'll bring you back once we got the noodles all done, and you'll see what we do with those. Okay, the noodles are done, so we're just going to go give them a rinse, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so the noodles are all drained, and I kind of did them al dente, meaning they're not quite super mushy, so they're a little bit less done. And so I'm just putting them in this bowl, and we're going to add a cup of Parmesan cheese. And we're just going to mix it around until all of the noodles are covered. And then I have my springform pan off to the side, and I have it all oiled up and ready to go. So now here's the fun part. I'm so excited to try this recipe because we have our grandkids coming, and look what I have. I have little mini springform pans. I thought this would be fun for them to make while they're here. So we're just giving this a try in the big form to see how it turns out. And I've seen this a few times, but I'm just excited to try it. So we have, our oven is heated up to the 400. So this is going to be a little bit time consuming, but I'm going to take these noodles and stand them up in the container. Here, let me start back here. And you just kind of do the best that you can from what it looks like. It doesn't have to be perfect. 2 at a time. So I will bring you back when I have the container all filled up. It might be just a few minutes here. And I did oil up on the sides too, so nothing really will be sticking. Okay, so I've got them packed in as much as I can. And there's a little bit of the freshly ground Parmesan that I am not going to waste because we actually grind it ourselves. And I'm just gonna top that over the top. And then we are going to go get our meat and sauce that we prepared. So let's move on to the next step. Okay, so next step is we are going to be putting this on the top and just kind of smearing it to fill up all the nooks and crannies. Okay, the last little bit is going on. And then we're going to move this over into the oven and we're gonna bake it for 15 minutes, and then we're gonna pull it back out and put the other cheese on and bake it for another 15. So let's get it in the oven. Okay, we're at 400, and I'm putting it on a tray just because I feel like the wetness of the noodles might sink through. So I'm putting it on a tray, and for 15 minutes at 400. And as soon as we get done with that, then we're gonna take it out and add the other cheese and bake it for another 15. Okay, the timer just went off for the first 15 minutes. So we are going to pull this out. And it's sizzling pretty good. You'd have to be really careful. And now we're gonna add the last little bit. We're gonna add the mozzarella. It's 1 cup. And you just wanna add that all the way around. And then we're gonna bake it for another 15 minutes. Okay, let's get it back in for 15 minutes. And then we let it rest. But I'm happy that I put a pan underneath because it is leaking a little bit. So here we go, 15 more minutes. Okay, here we go, the last couple seconds here. And we are ready to get it out. I'm gonna turn this off. Get it up and out. Oof. It is looking so good. All right, so now we are going to let this cool a bit and set, and then we're gonna take off the spring form part and see how our rigatoni bake turned out. So we'll see you in a few minutes once this is cooled down. Okay, it's time to see the magic happen. This still is pretty warm. They said to wait for 10 minutes, which I did. Okay, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. It's not looking too bad. Okay. It's definitely steamy. There's a couple that fell off, but now let's let it cool a little bit more and set up a little bit more. But it's looking pretty good. I'm actually happy that 95% of it stayed together. It's looking pretty good. All right, so let's let this cool and set, and then we'll come back and cut it up and get the video closed up. All right, let's get into it here. Cutting, and I'm cutting. So it's looking like it's not perfectly staying together, but maybe I didn't let it cool long enough. But look at it. I think it looks pretty good. And guess what? I'm still gonna eat this. It looks like a little cake, little rigatoni cake. So I'm pretty happy with that. Here we go. It's pretty cute. Okay, friends, so my experiment did work, kind of, but I still think it looks okay. And guess what? I'm still going to eat it. And the noodles are done, al dente. The meat has garlic and salt and pepper and pasta sauce on it. And it's got, the noodles were soaked in the Parmesan cheese. Did all that right. So maybe it just will turn out a little bit different for you, but like I said, I'm not super sad with how it turned out. I did a big portion, but I cannot wait for the grandkids to come and give this a try. They'll have their own little thing to work with, little springform pan, and then maybe when they take it off, it'll be just like a perfect little portion for them. So thanks for coming along on this experiment with me. I appreciate that, and for stopping by my little channel. And if you like simple videos like this, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Christine's Routines. Take care and God bless. And now I'm just going to finish what I made. Oh boy. Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Christine. Actually, let me grab these noodles. Something fun. with a rigatoni noodle. We're going to be, I'm gonna say rigatoni pie.